because we are into game 1, Magyar War on 4 lakes. So Magyars don't get elite cannon gain, they get cannon gain. I'm wondering if we're gonna see some cannon gains on the pawns here, but let's first focus about the land battle, which will be more decisive, and also the rush. Tempooo in the blue, Kelar in the red. Welcome to this very expected series. 3 stables, 5 racks, 6 ranges for Kelar, while we have... What? 1 rack, 9 ranges for Tempooo! What is this build order? Tempooo is such a unique player. Also a reason to look forward to watching this, actually. Because he does such crazy shit. And you sometimes, like, you never know if it's, like, stupid or genius. So, those of you who don't know, this is very unusual. Like, what Kelar is probably standard Magyar build order, right? 3 stables, some racks, 5, probably a bit more than normal. 6 ranges, probably a bit less than normal. But yeah, this is what you would expect, right? And this is definitely how you play Japanese or something, but definitely not how Magyars most of the times gets played. Let's see the villager amounts. Tempooo actually losing quite a few villagers. Kelar strong with his rush here. Klöbenstein, maybe you don't have the 100. That might be the issue there. Yeah, now, I mean, how do you defend the rush with only cav archers? I mean, it's not a civ where you have shit cavalry. So, with civs that have bad cavalry or not that great cavalry, you can get off with that. But it's actually 7-7. What happened? Was Kelar housed? Didn't see him really losing much. Was there a cav archer raid? Okay, well, 7-7, same villager amount, so that is really good for Tempooo considering the start. And he managed to survive it. Now going forward to claim the hill. Both are coming there. Cav archers, not really the unit that can control hills too easily, because they need to have room to go back and forth again. Paladins should be a better unit for securing hills there. But Magyar cav archers are so strong that Paladins can sometimes struggle against them if the numbers aren't in their favor. Now Tempooo going for raid to the front there. Did I change the overlay? I did. And we see docks coming up for Kelar to add the quick food eco with the fishing ships. Kelar also looking to control the other big hill on the map, and yeah, more looking towards map control. No, this cast has been denied, and Tempooo has a lot of cav archers going very much forward with them. Might get some kills here, using the mobility to kinda make Kelar go around. I've heard the saying about Tempooo that he is, he's like a weird player. He's sometimes, like, he has units where you wouldn't expect him to, so that's kind of what he's famed for. Being unpredictable. First DM game for Mr. Blackrock. And you catch the good one. This is looking fairly even so far. Kelar with more map control all around. Looks like he's getting that hill. Also going for a raid now there. And Tempooo with his cav archer at the top. Taking okay trades, but he lost quite a few of them. Oh, never mind. There's the second group. Randomly running around units. That's what I just talked about, that it's characteristic of Tempoo's playstyle. And yeah, massive going even for an attack there with 3 different units in the back from Kelar. Kelar, who is pop capped actually at 160. Same for Tempooo. Both not at their full 200 pop limit yet. And that should be a decent fight for Mr. Kelar in the red. By the paper, by the way, like, the papers would say that Tempooo is the favorite, being seed 1 in the group, Kelar being seed 2, but yeah, very close. Rather close in the seeding with these two. As said, both were expected to win their round 1, both did not do that, and are fighting for their World Cup life here. Lots on the line for both kind of sitting on these hills, but that back attack is doing a lot of damage. All the villagers are garrisoned for Tempooo. Well, I guess there's 2 working, but it should be another 10 working somewhere. Onagers in Magyar War are an object of discussion, as Kemet says he would love some from Keller against the pure Kavacha army. I would deem it reasonable in this place indeed, but it's something that most people don't think you build siege workshops with them. Why was the Tempooo exactly doing that? And Swedish players are very fond of siege workshops in this. But I think they have some legitimacy to it, especially if you are against like a pure Kavacha army as this one. But now Tempooo from this hit is adding the Magyar Hussar in. Magyar Hussar, for those of you who don't know, get bonus attack versus siege, so very good at sniping trebuchets and also sniping onagers. More range for the Kavachas also helps to take them out with the Kavachas. That's why traditionally onagers aren't believed to be that great in this match. Not so much tempo. Well, a lot of tempo to get the Kavachas out, and he has the central hill there. But that too far away from really threatening the main gold. It is kind of threatening it, but Keller is addressing that here. Now let's see what the onagers can do. Trying to snipe the onagers there with the Magyar Hussars and succeeding at it. Also sniping the trebuchet. That should halt this push for now. Kavacha numbers now looking much better for Keller. I think I favor Keller's position here, but like random units where you wouldn't expect them. Tempooo living up to the expectations for the way how he plays. Sorry, maybe if I close my window I shouldn't do it while looking at nothing. But here we are, back in the action. The only thing that Keller kinda has against him here is Tempooo holding that hill. Military numbers still pretty good for both Pop though. 190 to 140 roughly for Keller. No bloody really going for relics yet. Don't see Tempooo having a monastery. Don't see Keller having a monastery. Now adding this very, very messy start here. So no time to think about stuff like relics. Yeah, castle did go up, losing some Kavachas. There is Tempooo. Sheer is here, sending energy to Keller. German community is turning up to watch this. Map control looking better in favor of Keller now, looking to take that gold there. Has 2 pawns with fishing ships. Castle dock attempt was denied here, and now double dot castle. Now that's a castle from Keller that might actually go up. While in the middle, Keller wasting some Magyars up, but they only cost gold, so cost food. So if they kill some Kavachas, it is kind of worth it. And Keller still at full pop. Tempooo almost there as well. But where's the eco? 16 on food. I believe that's fishing ships in this one pond. For Tempooo, rest on goldstone. 27 on wood. 45 already on food for the player in the red. That means more pad and more Magyar Hussar mostly. If Keller gets the south lake till he's fully opened, yeah, then he can probably cannon gain down that castle, but he could also just trap it down, right? Now a raid on the main gold. Very effective raid on the main gold. See a lot of dead bodies here. But Keller with 114 eco units. Tempooo with actually too many. 120. I'd say that's a bit too much in a Magyar War, because there's no like siege ranger unit that can defend the position pretty much on its own. Support. Bad fight here for Tempooo. Has to run back to his castles. Keller must be wary not to dive in too deep here though. But full map control for the player in the red for the DM Prodigy here against the old schooler. Which was kind of already the round 1 matchup for Keller against Leaf, like people that have been forever playing Deathmatch, but aren't really known for training all too much. So experience against preparation here a bit as well. Control over that gold, control over that gold. That might be contested though. Guess he doesn't see that. He could see the castle. doesn't notice it though, and the units aren't engaging because they can't see the villagers actually. Now, do you even need this pit? I mean, yeah, it's annoying to threaten that, and I guess if you can clear it, I mean, you have full map control. Yeah, why not? But the sides are also important here. Gold piles on both sides. Now starting to trap this castle here. Camret won't be happy because he isn't seeing cannon gains in this lake. And I would also be happy if we see cannon gains a bit. Now getting the relics. Take a look at the relic count. Okay, that was actually the first relic taken, I believe. We didn't miss any relic steals. That monk now going to heal. Relic still here, being controlled by Kelar. Another relic here that Tempooo should get. And I think there's one up top. Ah, you made it so that mods can vote in predictions. Flufen, you're the best mod. Oh no, I don't. You're a great mod. I don't want to make it. Oh, yeah, that's not a great move. Ah, Twitch did. Okay, it wasn't you making that happen. Greek had Kelar 3-2. Yeah, I said Kelar 3-1. Maybe yesterday in your talk show, Greek I said Kelar 3-0. I don't remember. But yeah, now I'm scoring for example against one game. But it looks like Keller's getting the first game. So we are both moving into the more right direction here. By the way, Greek, really loved that you did this talk show thing. That was very, very entertaining and building some good hype for Deathmatch World Cup. If you haven't seen it yet, guys, click on Greek's name and it should be the first VOD that is there. Very, very entertaining. People talking about predictions, talking about drama, talking about the outcome of round 1. And yeah, the drama part might draw a lot of viewers as well. If you want to know more about the Casper Adams scandal, also something that you might want to look at. They have live footage. Can only predict without using any rocks. Because rocks are money, and that's gambling in Sweden. Like, I guess like the Swedish government doesn't know that there's something like paper money, credit cards, coins yet. So they still pay everything with rocks. That's why they forbid using rocks on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Tempooo's winning back some kind of position here. Actually, did I jinx Keller? I definitely did not want to do that. Now with some raids here, true game is stabilizing quite a bit though. Let's check again on the relics. 3-1 relic lead. Should be useful for Keller to get out the Care Watchers. You can survive surprisingly long with only Mega Hussar in this water. Yeah, I don't have a Nightbot Flufen. Yeah, I need a Nightbot maybe. I think that's auto-built into Nightbot. But let's concentrate on the game for now, as it looks like Keller's actually striking back. Big army here in the south. Golds there still being taken. And where's Keller's army at? Okay, it's coming back from the north now, being shot by a castle here. Tempooo really insistent on this middle position. Keller was fighting up top there a bit. More castles being added there. And Magiosar looking to snipe the traps. I think they should get that one, was I about to say, but it survives with 5 HP. Now, great fight for Tempooo, taking it against the hill. Why is Keller taking that against the hill? Now, both players being so active this late stages. Tempooo might have an experience edge there, but relic count speaking for Mr. Keller. Now fighting on the hill, but still outnumbered in terms of Care Watcher numbers. That gold will probably be taken then. And we have it! Your cannon galleon, Camret. It is out. Attacking their castle. Very nice first game indeed. building up to be the great series that we had hoped for getting here, and I still can't understand. Nobody else wanted to catch this. But that's what we're here for. Filling the gaps, building the hype, and watching the units go to heaven. Tempoo's southern push still not being stopped. Some farming eco is available here. Some more scattered around the map. But the main food eco for Keller is indeed in this area. Not the most beautiful farms there. Has some fish traps as well. Northern Lake fishing ships have been deleted. Still fish to get to the south. That castle is gonna fall. Don't really like these fights for Keller. He needs to commit more units there. Has way more military out on the field, but he's taking like bad fights here. I think he took so many fights while being outnumbered against Tempoo's army, and yeah, that was another one. Does retreat? Not even sure. I think now he had the numbers advantage. He took a lot of bad fights and retreats when he actually has the numbers advantage. Feels Kellerman. Everyone betting on Keller. So, good point for a counterbat. No, they're already closed. Yeah, so if Tempooo wins, everybody's gonna lose their rocks. Cannon still firing away, but it's not elite. One cannon takes so long to kill a castle, and it only takes 2 seconds for a bunch of Cavatchers to kill the cannon gang. Oh, Tempooo. Even driving down the docks here. The gold is gone. Stone is still there to get. Tempooo quickly has villagers on it. Lovely play, but well, not the most effective way to take down a siege workshop here. But yeah, he was pushed back, so that's good news for Keller. But he's adding a new army, and where like is maybe exchange it. Keller with 70 military, Tempooo with 93 still. Is that the overboom, or is Keller just not at pop? He's not at pop, he's at 140. Has decent farm numbers there, but not enough on wood from the looks of it. Taking good engagements here now. Should have left the fishing ships, then let him stay alive to kill the duck. Yep. Another good fight. For Tempooo. Oh no. I feel like if Keller loses this game, that's one of the games that you don't want to lose. It's like the games he lost in round 1 as well. Having big advantage. And then feeling like you throw away the victory. But that's it like with these old school players, right? They are just so good at the moves that you want to do after the start. Having the experience, and even if they get behind, they don't panic. So that's the danger. You have to factor that in order not to let it get into your head. But still a lot to play for here for Keller. We'll catch that army off. So that should be good news. Military count is getting closer again. Tempooo with 100 villagers, Keller only 87. Yeah, all the while another army from Tempooo is clearing up the north. Still a gold pile to get there. Check the relic count again. It's 1, 2, 3. So there actually still is a relic on the field. Let's try to find that. Is it? No, that's fish. Okay, it's not on the field, so a monk is holding it somewhere. Standing next to a monastery, maybe. There's a monk, but it's not a monk with relic. Oh, it's here. Okay, found it. So Tempooo should get that one. Then it's 3-2. Let's take a look at the resources. Keller almost out of gold. Same for Tempooo. Tempooo has a bit more food in the bank. Both same amount of stone. Very, very similar on resources. Very, very close game here. Great on that north. This game is definitely not over. Yep. Tempooo mixing more helps into the mix than Keller. That's true. Then the Cavatcher numbers are down and the helps are even killing Cavatchers. That's not supposed to happen. Lots of traps dead by Tempooo. Yep. Magiosa. Very good at stalling the game out in a way. I think we might be in this one for a really, really long time. Magia Wars, if they go to this stage, can go very, very late. Because it's so hard to kill anybody with the trebuchets dying so easily to Magiosa. Tempooo had like 10 traps in different locations that he lost. Now getting raided here by Kelar as well. But the unit fights, so many ones that Tempoo's taking the better edge of, I think. Now diving in too deep into the castle. Jinx Tempooo here a bit. Elves are surprisingly effective. I mean, they're not even fully upgraded, right? They lack a defense upgrade. Ella being very, very active with the raiding, like that one. 3 cav archers in the eco, and look at all the empty farms. Bring the villager count of Tempooo down to 74, and that's danger zone. Like the 80s, you can build up easily, right? 70s danger zone, when you go down to 60, 50, you're probably dead. If the opponent isn't at the same spot. Hey, Stebron. Kinda hard to see you with the color on my screen. But welcome, Mr. Stebron. Also, Rage is in the chat. One of the best deathmatch players in the world. Probably top... Where did you finish, Rage, last World Cup? Top 8? Top 6? Something like that. Oh, we have a bit of a standstill. Which isn't too great for Kelar, because that gives Tempooo time to build up his villager numbers again. We need a Rage versus Daywalker showbit. Indeed, Daywalker chickening out, joining the World Cup. Citing that all games played on a weekend doesn't really fit his life right now. Which is not really chickening out, I guess, but he also said nobody needs me to finish 5th, 6th again. Might be more count a bit, but finishing 5th, 6th surely is not bad when there's this kind of competition as we have this year. Kelar with more raids. Kelar, is he massing a big push? What is he doing? Don't really know what the plan is here. Has this army here, but doesn't have too much. I mean, the other point is, does he need to be doing something, right? Still 3-1 relics. Tempooo hasn't picked up that one yet, so the one that has to make something happen probably rather being Tempooo. And Keller's just saying, okay, well, I'm gonna sit back, let you come to me, raid your wood lines, raid your farms, and be happy with that. And that might be the right strategy here. Still waiting for that money to clear Stebron. What? I am not informed of the background behind that. Secret dealings? You're doing it out in the open in my stream chat. Don't really get how that would be secret. And we see more dead trebuchets. This is so annoying about Magia War, right? You have less relics, you need to push, but how the fuck can you push with Magiars? I mean, or can you push Magiars with Magiars? Thank you. Trebi mode. Yeah, that was actually Magnolia suggesting that we get a Trebi mode for the World Cup. And X Factor, the one who designed all my emotes. So shout out to him. Well, I might even get the central there after clearing out the traps. Soul! There is the man, the legend. The good Soul of Deathmatch. That castle's actually under the hill. The traps should get extra damage here. You are talking about the traps probably in Rauchicon. Maybe, but it's so hard to protect them. Actually, it's kind of a wonder how these two traps there are still alive. I mean, Tempooo could have made one ram out of that siege workshop and killed them. Or use these mega hussars. Now the castle's up, will be a bit harder now, and I think Kelar, in difference to round 1, should be taking this one home. Had a big lead in the game. He threw the 3 games a bit that he lost in round 1 after being in a similarly good position as like at one point in this match. Does look like he's learned from his mistakes and won't throw this one. Would favor his position by a lot now, but it was so quick. Yeah. He has less population. Might be deceiving. 100 military for Tempooo. Tempooo is just letting him come to do the one big final blow. I eat my words. This is not over. Like I said, like taking the hill, that looks good for Kelar, but look at 100 military. Tempooo is just letting him come, letting him waste a bit, and then he's gonna go for the killing strike. Might be ending like the ones in round 1 versus Leaf. How did Tempooo play? He opened 1 Rex and 9 archery ranges. Played like Tempooo. He had a lot of random units running around. Saw the craziest old school DMer living up to his reputation. Now he's waiting him out. Not the one that would need to push. Bow still close to pop. Army numbers quite even now. Let's count Cav Archers for a bit. 48 Cav Archers against 33. So yeah, based on these numbers, I would favor Kelar. Also resources looking a bit better for the player in the red. Has more wood in the bank. Also, more map control for him. There's still some villages there. Could easily be killed. That castle actually still alive. We could try again to kill that probably. With 1 trebuchet from here. I think it's cheaper than making dock and a cannon game. The 1 relic that Tempooo actually got is in here. Second one. Still not being picked up. You know what I would love? Dock. Transport ship, decoy units to get the castle fire. Relic in the transport ship. Think. What's that? Who did that? In Oma vs Daisy, somebody did that 2 weeks ago. In the series between Oma and Daisy. Was that Oma or Daisy? One of them did a transport ship relic steal. More raids coming in at the right side. Yeah, I think this should be over. And now it's looking good. My Tempoo's so deceiving, right? You think like, okay, he has no position, he's dead, and then it's still at par. Like, it's also saw that in round 1 too a lot. Yeah, but it was also in the games he lost. So, for example, in the Goth War and Atacama versus a deadly Yeti. Kelar's doing really well with the raids. There's so many villagers in this position there. And now he's just kind of chilling on the hill, waiting him out. He could try to snipe the relic, maybe. Also, another characteristic thing of Tempooo: lonely traps appearing out of nowhere. Now the push for the relic. Somebody might be listening to the stream here. Was a joke, but Caster's Curse. Relic is out. Kelar doing what I said he could. Lonely Trap did get 30% of the HP. Now they attempt in the middle. Probably last attempt for Tempooo. Cavacha numbers should do the deal. Traps are falling, but the monastery is already dead. So just retreat to the castle, and I think kelar should be fine here. Now in full control. I would expect a GG call pretty soon. Tempooo expanding up here. But kelar's found it. More villagers going down. Still 90 villagers though. Like he's still 150 pop. I'm like, okay, he's dead. He's probably 80 pop. And then, oh, it's Tempooo. He has 160 pop. Even though like his villagers are constantly being killed, requeuing villages, as you can see. Resource not too, like, we have 5k with wood. No resource at all for the player in the blue. So this is a long game, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask and I will try to answer. Ellen says he's known for moving bases. Yep. That's also what I heard. I think that's what he said on the talk show yesterday. And it's also what we saw in the Goth War in the round 1. Hellbeliever army. At this stage of the game, you expect a lot of Mega Hussar, right? But kelar still has 47 Cavalchers out on the field to the 24 that Tempooo was able to keep alive here. We're kind of waiting for Tempooo to GG now, which does happen a lot. Tempooo, additionally to all that I said, also known to say GG very, very late. Another castle should fall there. Okay, but just moving around the traps, being under the hill. But Tempoo's under the hill as well. Now moving up there, but the castle is there. So yeah, that castle being really nice position, right? It's not easy to be attacked. Does control all of the hilltop though. And there we have the GG call. Really, really good and close game 1. Mr. kelar takes it home, giving himself the 1-0 lead in this series. And I already have the game code for game 2. So let me resolve the... And yeah, take a look at the statistics. Really good KD for Tempooo, 1500 to 1200, but a lot of those were Mega Hussar as well. Why is there talk in that music? That's not good. Let's go with the standard playlist. Why does Tempooo have a higher score and still lose? Score in DM can be deceiving. His opponent had the map position, had the relics, and he was constantly raiding. Raiding is not really good for your score, because you kill villagers and lose units that give more points than villagers. So it's bad for your KD. So it's also bad for your score, but it's obviously good in the game. The score system is more based around RM, so it can be a bit more misleading in Deathmatch. Game 2 will be Tempoo's home map pick, so don't think he will pick Ghost on Atacama, or I think he probably might still pick Franks. It looks like Ghost. Patient hasn't changed from 4 legs, but that doesn't mean too much. So he might be going for Ghost Atacama again, which is the strange pick to me. Normally when you pick Ghost, you want to have something where you're closer to the opponent. then attacker. Yeah, what do you guys think? Who's gonna take game 2? Think Keller in full swing now? After finally winning a long game? Because in the last round he either won in 5 minutes, or in the end he didn't. Sure, saying Keller. But that might be wishful thinking involved there. Still in the lobby phase. You know it's gonna be Goss? Not exactly sure if it's gonna be Forlex. And I could actually go to that scene. Acropolis? What? Gods don't belong on Acropolis. That's such a weird pick. Like in Shooting Star, I was thinking like, no, I think it was Rising Star where one player picked the Civ and the other player picked the map in the semifinals. I was thinking about if I should go Goss or not, and didn't pick them because I was fearing something like Acropolis or Hideout, and it's not a real Goth War. But we're gonna see Goss on Acropolis, guys. But, I mean, still amazing to see Goss, right? Usually being very open about that is my favorite deathmatch civilization. Still in the lobby. Why does Tempooo... Oh, I already read that. And answered it even. But thanks for the follow, Hamza's one of his accounts. Thanks for the follow, Pio-chan. Thanks for the follow, der Hausmeister 93. Somebody watched Hausmeister Krause in his youth or childhood, probably. Probably the non-German part of my stream now has no clue what Hausmeister Krause would be, but at least like the non-too youngest people from German audience should be able to figure that one out. And we're in. Scrubs, but I know Hausmeister Krause too. Ah, okay. Scrubs, yeah. Makes sense too. It's just like I rather watched it in English, so I didn't think about their Hausmeister makes sense there as well, yeah. We are in. Bets are open for game 2 Goth War on Acropolis. Keller, not the biggest fan of Goths, but I think he prepared for that pick. At least he prepared for a Goth pick. That's what I know. So this was Bit being called for. Keller in the red, Tempooo in the blue. And we are into game 2. Keller leading 1-0. 6 barracks to the back and houses to the front. What? You normally want to have your barracks to the front and houses to the back. Bit to the side actually for Galore. Let's see how the rush is gonna go. Starting with champions? What? He's not rushing. Okay. I mean, I would normally hate not rushing in Goss, but it's Acropolis. So I'm not too sure. Keller going for the rush. Only one barracks rushing though. One barracks with the Huskarls, the other ones with the champions that are normally used for defending the rush. Early siege workshops for both, a bit earlier for Mr. Tempooo. Alles für den Dackel, alles für den Club, genau. Bobcap, not looking too great for Tempooo. It's a bit weird house placement. Villagers are 9-9 though, so Keller actually didn't find a single kill there. Where's this Bobcap at? Both are at 70. Rush being cancelled out very effectively here by Tempooo. So he did invest less, and he didn't lose in Villagers or Bobcap. So strong play by Tempooo with the non-rush strategy here. Seems kind of weird. Tempoo's approach? Yeah, but it seemed to be working. Some people pick Acropolis because it's harder to rush on this map. Yeah. I think that might be the reason. Also last round he picked Atacama, right? So also a very far map. You get muscles when you follow the stream, by the way. You get muscles also by watching, but you instantly get some when you drop a follow. That will also inform you when there's more deathmatch or sometimes free-for-all random map, but mostly deathmatch content to watch on this stream here. Will be more World Cup games and also Valhalla deathmatch tournament games later this evening. Both being very active around the map. Side barracks up for Keller. That can be very, very annoying. I expect Tempooo to do that too. Instead, he's going for a big push from this side. Little does he know, already cast there for Keller. Very good prediction. Keller now more overextending to the front, going up the hill. Not really the greatest thing, but there's so many horse skulls. What? I think that's a mistake again that we already saw in round 1 from Tempooo. Huskals, not the greatest unit against champions. Good against scorpions though. Maybe that's the thinking, right? On this map, champions attack not being too able to do too much because you have the siege. So yeah, maybe a map where actually Huskals instead of champions makes a lot of sense. And he does catch that. I retract here. I think Huskals, great choice by Tempooo while picking this map. So mind game Keller there a bit. Because usually on Arabia you wouldn't see that many Huskals. I mean, if it's not Hazy playing. Even denying that castle there at 81% now. More racks to the sides for Keller, looking to deny the eco. Denying food eco can be very strong in Goths, but still food in the bank for Keller. Food in the bank. Also for Tempooo, whose attack here has been stopped. Now sending some over there. Might kill 3 additional villagers there. A lot of scorpions kinda spread around here for Keller, who's trusting on the rush. Rushing with champions there. Champions can die to castles easier than Huskals. Bit cheaper on the gold though. Lol, XX is irregular on the stream, and the new people are telling him how to bet. XX has a history of doing it the wrong way. By the way, welcome Brian. Sorry for making fun of you. You're just trolling on it at this stage. Well, we have chat actually doing the reaction for me now, right? So I felt like I was trolling you there. No, can't be another long game. Tempooo being active to the top. That castle there should go up. Relics. Not really people being not interested in relics on Acropolis. Yeah, I think I still see all the relics on the map. That was so hectic. Keller has 3 monasteries here for Tempooo, not being used though. Same here. No, monks are coming out for Keller, who also got more relics in game 1. Most important thing on Acropolis though, can you get expansion down off the hill? Can you add eco there? Can you have kind of a safer space down the hill? Because up the hill you cannot get wood and there's limited space for farms. Keller won because Viper had to leave. Did you say Keller play Viking in DM last week? Nah, I didn't see the game, no. I saw the Viper versus Andy game. Didn't catch the Keller versus Viper game. But I know that people have been saying that Keller won, and I know there have been people saying that he won because Viper left. Don't know. Both statements are true, or only one. Keller now. Kind of big control, wasting a few Scorpions there, but also getting good kills on the Scorpions, so not too bad there. Now big engagement here. Army a bit out of position. Huskarl's trying to move in towards the Scorpions. Nice micro, but not good enough. Scorpions, just such a strong unit. And now we have 4 trebuchets again, so will we see Tempooo losing more traps or not? What do you think, guys? 2 traps also active here. So Tempooo the one doing the pushing now. Keller more red on this side of the map. Also adding a big farming economy there now. This castle falls. That will be trouble for this farming economy though. Not too much protection there up top. Really needs to react to that. He's taking great engagements in the middle though. Subran says Keller was winning. Okay, fair point. That's counted as Keller beat Viper then. Forward cannon survives. Forward cannon's here for Keller, but he lost that position up north, and that was kind of crucial. Also, what? What? It's exactly the thing that Keller said yesterday at the talk show. Kellen said, Tempooo, you think you're winning, and then there can be 4 random traps without any protection appearing from nowhere. Like, fully original quote. 22 yesterday. There they are. Temp was really living up to every single expectation for him in this series. I love it. Keller clearing up then. So maybe Tempooo also living up to the expectation that he will lose. What talk show? Where can I find it? Greekianian is the channel you want to look for. They did a Deathmatch World Cup prediction talk show there yesterday. Probably, maybe somebody can get the link and don't really want to leave the game. Maybe I provide the link between the games. Greeks also has been in the chat, so maybe you can just find him and click on the name. 4 random traps. Will not kill the castle. Instead, they are gonna die. No dogs in the puddle. Relic. Steel denied. Time for some relic emotes. If you don't have the funds to drop a sub, but want to use the emotes for today, you can also buy them with channel points. Then you can spam this beautiful relic, as Shere is doing. Castle denied up top, so Tempoo's not giving up that position. Not really sure if that's the best place for Keller to add an eco. Like, it's a very vulnerable spot here. I would have naturally thought like main eco spot for Keller is this one. But Tempooo probably also thought about that and added like attacks there. While Tempooo has a safe economy here, which is like the best position for eco. It has no castle in the middle of it though. I really don't understand these 2 castles next to each other here. That's so... What? Like, one of these castles should be here. And it will protect the farming here. And this castle should probably be here. Like, this spot shouldn't even have a castle. Let alone 2. Trebi mode there as well, yeah. We are suspecting that this is nil casting. Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's a big compliment, right? I'm definitely not a professional caster and player as he is. So, thanks. Well, he also is an admin of this tournament, by the way, and he will stream most of the main event, I assume. So, I assume you're already all following Nilly, but yeah, main event will be mostly on his channel. Also on Polar's channel. So if you don't follow Polar yet, WB Polar is the way to go. Tempooo taking control of the north side here. Very even game again. Military, very similar to each other. Villager count 130 for Tempooo there. Might be a bit of an overboom. Queue's empty. Kelar, only one villager in the queue. Not really loving that, losing his farming eco here. He has cleared up the south, some stone miners are still left, so can add farming eco here. 42 farms for Kelar against 46 for Tempooo, actually. I was expecting Tempooo to have more with that amount of villages. Kelar has, oh, he also has farming eco on the Acropolis. Yeah, it's kind of beautiful, he has a good farming eco on the Acropolis. Didn't really look there. But he has a good, but dying to 2 Huskarls farming economy on the Acropolis, I should say. Really wonder when Kelar is starting to raid. Like, he did the early raids, but he didn't really raid this economy like ever. I think that might be his downfall. Ooh, Scorpion's not shooting. Shouldn't lose too many there though. Actually lost none. And both died. Both are not the dodgeball champions. I think we can say that for sure. Yeti can hold his title. Yeti, the big dodgeball champion, also in the same group as these two, beat Tempooo. So he will play this week against Leaf in the winners match. And the winner of these two is gonna play the loser of the two I just mentioned. We have another hour-long game here at our hands, I think. Just too great, because I kind of starting to need to use the restroom. But it is great from... we get to see more deathmatch perspective, right? Maps divided pretty evenly. The one doing more raids though is Tempooo. And that's what I really like for him here. More villagers. Kelar only at 87. Probably not enough. Look at the queue. Look at Tempoo's queue. So many housecarls in the queue. Magnolia! Welcome! Great to see you. The spirit behind the Trevi mode. Also an awesome streamer herself. And I should get probably Nightbot, so can do the shoutouts. Big Scorpion engagement here. The champions will be eaten up by the Scorpions, but so many Scorpions lost for Tempooo. Not too bad of an engagement against Kelar, who's gonna lose his 2 traps though, without the 5 traps being there in danger. So yeah, lots of Scorpion losses there for Tempooo, but his Huskarl approach is taking it. Now queued up only Huskarls, no champions in the queue, but nothing in the queue for Kelar. He has 2k gold still, is running out of food though. And running out of food, so deadly in a Goth War. Another farming economy being denied. Raids at the top. I think Kelar's taking, I think Tempoo's taking this one. It's in a really good position now, the Huskarl. His strategy, like, worked out. Think he actually put some thinking into the home map this time. Playing it much better than his Goth game in the last round. That still was a great game, very even one. Yet he managed to edge it out there. But yeah, the Huskarls actually working well, and G to the G. No 1 hour game. Tempooo does take game 2, does take his whole map, and with an interesting approach. This time actually working out. Alright, 1, 2, 1. G to the G, yeah, really good game. And you can see statistics here, Kelar again with the worst KD as opposed to Tempooo, whose Huskars did win the game. Also did a bit better on protecting his farming economy, or rather Kelar should have raided. Tempooo did better with the raids, and Kelar really never raided Tempoo's economy. I think that was the main difference that decided this game. Relics 3-2 in the end actually for Tempooo. Sniped that monk in the middle, we saw that. Alright, now I need to take a quick break. I'll be back in a minute with game 3. Kelar going to his home map, Malakoff. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god, I just remembered what Kelar's probably gonna pick, so I have to be quick to find the game. It might be over very soon. Cumans and Forlix, as I would have expected. The game was won by blue. So there you get your muscles, and there the new bets are open. And we're into game 3, Cuman War on 4 legs. Kelar's home map pick might be a really quick one. At least that's what Kelar and his fans are hoping for. Cumans, Kelar's go-to pick a lot of times. 8 stables, I think that's too many. 5 racks placed for Tempooo. Houses in a weird position. Again, 6 stable start for Kelar. Hussars not finding the kills. Oh, Kelar actually lost the villager to the Hussar. Not optimal in Cumans, but he can make it back with the rush also. Step Lancers. The go-to unit to start here for, because they get produced so quickly with the unique tag as well. Is it unique tag? I don't know. Bonus or unique tag. Something that doesn't come into play much in RM, but it does in DM. Tempooo actually getting 2 villager picks here, but also some villagers being picked off at the same side. The moment it's even, that mine will fall, giving... Never mind, same time. Kelar losing in more villagers, might lose more here too. Sorry. 4-3. Brutal on both sides. Kelar actually down to 3 villagers. That's gonna be the evened out villager though. 4-4. Wow. Completely even rush every time somebody kills something. The other player kills something too. Pop cap, bit better for Kelar. 75 in opposition to 60. Should be a big one for the first engagement. Has a hill close to his base that he can control and fight from. Always a good thing for Cumans. This hill to the right there should eventually be gotten by him as well. And Tempoo's down to 3 villagers. More dying at the front, but now this should be caught up. But it's a lot of step lines. It's actually not the worst engagement possible. And yeah, losing more at home though for Step Lancers under the TC. Will find another kill. Yeah, yes, we'll find another killer. And we're back. 2-4-2-4. Don't think any player will have villagers. 4-2-3 now. Again, the advantage for Tempooo. Military numbers a bit better for Keller, but I think there's more at home, so more army should be united there for Tempooo. But he's fighting under the hill. Fighting on top of the hill. This is looking good for Keller now. Will commit to this fight. Yeah, Tempooo notices his puts out, but a little too late. All his mass is gone. Their military advantage now almost double. And I think if Keller patrols in now, he should win the game. He doesn't patrol in though, standing there on the hill, and now he's taking a bad fight. No, if you run through the Step Lancers, you can lose so much. Okay, this part of the fight is good. Looking for more villager snipes. I recently lost the game on ranked, playing too much for the villagers and not engaging my Step Lancers enough. That's why I'm a bit worried here. Fishing ships coming out. Quick food eco to replenish that resources that Keller doesn't have anymore. Tempooo still has resources. Now mixing in habit is very effective. No paladin switch coming in from any player yet. If Keller doesn't win this fight, he's in a bad position. Because of the resources that Tempooo still has in the back. That is exactly what happened. Still, map position is good for Keller. It's still quite even, right? But just that will make it way much easier for Tempooo to build something up. It's 4-12 villagers though, so that should make it easier for Keller to build something up. Thanks for the follow, Dolphin. Those ones should be killed there. Now Keller looking to castle this. Thing is, still no villagers on gold. Just trying to make TCs now. But on the other hand side also, no villagers producing anything. But still has gold in the bank. Don't know if it's worth it to go for Step Lancers anymore. He has more gold than food. Should probably queue Paladins instead of Step Lancers right now. Good eco. Coming out for Keller. Also a sneak dog! Hey, sneak dog, let's go. But, humans don't get Caligates. And Tempooo is not going for the water anyways. Okay, never mind, now he's going for the water. So the sneak dog will come into play to kill some fish there. Now it's the phase like, both don't have anything anymore, so they're not really attacking. And we just wait for them to engage again. This does happen in Humans Wars quite a while. Keller came to play. Yeah, he was preparing a lot. Loses their cast there though at 98%. The Lord smiles upon you. Lord though lost his first round wedge against Major KD. Actually, it's not a snipe fish. Keller has his fish earlier out in this pot than Tempooo. Some kip checks there for the defense. Also, going for full 4 legs here. Dog on every leg. On the liquid styles. Keller came to win. Let's see. Thank you, Panglima. And welcome, Panglima, as well. Keller, Master of Pawns, says Clear Capsules. Now we wait for the big engagement. The traps, though. Traps and still Step Lancers. They become kind of useless, though, once their habit is up. Some kip checks mixed in here for Keller. One Step Lancer working on that dog. Water battle. Yeah, water battles. Let's go. But I think Tempooo is defending his pawn here. Army. So much bigger. for Tempooo. He had those resources. He put them into this. Not really too sure if it's like the best units there, but they have the numbers, right? 150 to 90. And here we go for trebuchets. The Tempooo number of traps. Alright, people always say 3 is the magic number. For Tempooo, it's 4. Habitus, see that, right? How Habitus can chew through... Well, actually not. Look for a while like that, but Steplan's actually quite survived. 37. And now Tempoo's looking to roll over Kelar. Oh god, this is looking bad for Kelar. 30 metri to 120. I still have the VODs from the first Vahadium tournament. I probably have downloaded videos here. But this is going to be really rough for Kelar. Lucky for him, his farming eco, his food eco is on the ponds, defending that one there too. But yeah, armies deep into the base. Villager amount though, or eco units rather, because that does count fishing ships. Still better for Kelar, but 20 army to this army amount here will be really hard to defend. Wouldn't resign just yet, because he does have an economy advantage and at least control over the ponds. That castle there, another castle there was stopped by Tempooo. Not too many castles at home in the base for Kelar after he lost that hill there. He needs to mass troops back up, sending like these lonely paladins and not helping there. Let's take a look at Kelar's resources and queue a lot of villagers in there. And Habitus, not too sure if that will do the job. Need some Kipchaks. Could clean this easy. Yeah, I also had one like that, I think. But it does make me feel funny liquid vibes as well. Seven traps. No, wait, 6 traps. That's the step lancer. That army, not sure if that will be enough. Some Kipchaks are in there. But he's not fighting really under castle because these traps are killing them all. No wood, actually. Should DQ the fishing ships. Sell the food. Make 40 Kipchaks. Yeah, I think you can clear it. Kipchak numbers now for Tempooo though. Noticing that weakness. He does need that. It should go down. Attacking the wrong trap. That one would have had 2 HP. Ooh. Think Tempoo's taking it? How many castles does Kelar have? 3. Welcome, Harry. Yes, 80 on food though. 80 on food. It's gonna run out. He overqueued fishing ships big time. But hey, 80 on food. You're not dead if you have 80 on food. He has more villagers. Now paladins doing a good job. They will kill the traps here. It's not GG. We still have a game, guys. The power of the fish. Keeping Kelar in this one. I expect him to do it with Kipchaks, but yeah, if you have like that amount of farm food income, that should be good. But why are we queuing up villagers? No way! You had 140 eco units already! Hey, and so? This number here does not count the fishing ships. I think he needs to go up to 100 villagers. But actually he's at 150. Tempooo is massing for another big push. Both don't have too much map control, like still 3 spaces over at the map. Relics 3 to 0 for Tempooo. Tempooo used the control that he had there to get relics. Also had 3 last time. Relics are here, a bit vulnerable. Getting a 4th one as well. So only this relic left to get. Oh, you also asked for relic count. I was just thinking about it myself anyways. But he's being annoying here. And he's still alive. But what can he make happen with 150 villagers? Still not a pop cap, so he can wait till he has to delete. And Tempo's traps. Like there's nothing there. We don't need to protect traps. There's some Habiters there. They will do just fine. This is so random. Oh, he's added a dock here. And actually took out Keller's docks, but I mean, there's like 75 fish left in that pond. Overfishing is a German thing. Die deutsche Fischereiflotte of Keller. And the 4 traps go down. That red castle on the side? You mean that one? Don't see one at another side. Yeah. Don't know what that's protecting. I think he just wanted the castle up and couldn't really do it. You don't like it? Enzo doesn't like castles next to the edge of the map that don't do as much? You don't know the meme. An Enzo castle, a perfect Enzo castle would be like... Ah, there's gold close to that. No, that's not. Something everywhere on this map. So you cannot even really build a perfect Enzo castle here, but maybe there. Okay, let's take control back on the map. Both are pop cap. Pretty much. Paladins are the blade power unit in this war, in my opinion. Seems to be working really well. Also, Q looking better for Keller now, but woof, the resource for Tempooo. Okay, now he's giving up clip tracks and halberdiers. I prefer Paladin play. By Keller. They're being very annoying here, though, both kinda attack raiding at the same time. Yeah, Tempooo being really annoying with the raids again. Game 1, Keller was the one raiding, he won. Game 2, Tempooo was the one raiding, he won. Game 3, question mark. Trebuchets of Keller, they don't like to go alone. But Paladins could even do something against them here. Some little attack there. Paladins still being a nuisance over here. They just have been garrisoned though. No, these ones haven't. At least there's no villages around that gopher. Also here, like units everywhere. Tempooo has taken control of that pond, has some galleons in there. Humans do not get cannon galleon. Also still has the fire ships here. I think I would delete them. Also the fishing ships. We got the pop space back. Humans are great when we talk about raiding. Indeed. The cavalry are 10% faster. $30 idols for Tempooo. Mostly his fish. Also 1 TC. Still garrisoned here. Yeah, we might see some raiding for a while now. Tempoo's actually pop capped. Same for Keller. Like absolutely pop capped. Big army here from Tempooo. 3 trebuchets as well. Keller now focusing on the right side a bit because he sees open farming eco there. Adding stables there. Has a castle to get these resources, which are resources that arguably are more on Tempoo's side of the map. Lauschfuchs, welcome. Are fish traps worth making? They could be a bit safer than farmers. I would say yes. Just for safety reasons. Or like have the eco in like different places of the map is always helpful. Then your whole eco can't be raided at the same time. I don't know exactly what eco upgrades humans get, but I think usually with upgrades, fish traps are better than farms actually. So I still am confused. Why are you confused, Soul? Kelar losing a castle here on the hill. Big engagement. Looking good for Tempooo. Major account pretty close. No, now Tempooo's fighting under the hill. That isn't a good choice. Should stay up there, I believe. Now it should be a good fight for Kelar with the hill advantage on these kip checks. Also, Castle now up helping out. Okay, looking good for Kelar, but there's Paladins in the front. Now, same military account. Tempooo went in with more military, so I would say good fight for Kelar. Has the kip check still alive. Does defend the hill, and it's another castle. Well done by the player in the red who's raiding at the same time here with some Huskars also. Like, that's a very Kelar-esque move. Put the raiding buildings like right in the face of your opponent. Yeah, you can see the playstyles of both players here. Do you want to be making unique unit with humans or not? Well, one big drawback of them is like if there's siege launchers there, they can die really easily. But I don't see siege launchers from either player. There's an unbuilt workshop foundation by Tempooo. But Tempooo actually does not have a single workshop, and there's 3 workshops here for Kelar, but he's not doing much with them. It's not completely figured out, I think. I think they are not faster, but they have a better wood conversion rate. I think they are faster. Cavalry 5% faster, I think that also applies to kip checks. Big kip check raid here. Yeah, both of them are going for a lot of kip checks, it's true. I think it's really up for debate if like you want to go kip checks or you want to go paladin as your gold unit. That's a great fight for Tempooo. Also adding a castle there to really put some pressure from the left. A lot of kip check numbers dying there for Kelar, who's down to 21 on food now after all the fish have run out. He is adding some fish traps here, also adding some fish traps there. Kip check doesn't convert wood into food order. Oh, you're talking about fish traps. And they cost wood. I thought you meant something about their cost efficiency, Cameron. Yup. Same. I share the surprisedness of Wayne. Of Rage. Kip check are better than CA? They are. At least with humans, right? Because they don't get bracer. Don't know how like a kip check would fare against a Magyar CA. Probably now Tempooo has more chances. Yeah, I would agree. He has the relics, right? And he does have a good, dangerous position here. Also, he's completely out of resources saying that. Kelar has 1000 gold. No, I think Kelar's still in a decent spot. Relics is 4-1. No, 4-0 actually. Kelar still hasn't picked that one. Yeah, really late with picking relics, yeah. Last game... No, I think in the first game, like, Tempooo never picked one relic as well. Okay, nice to hop in the castle, but I think it was a bit late. Kind of hard to count with this. How many is this? 5... 15, yeah, it's only 20 kip checks left. And 48 for Kelar. Wasting a bit too. As this hit in the middle, I think that might be really helpful for like late game. Trebuchet again, new army here. That position will be lost. Still castle. Yeah, nice to keep playing these resources, but there's 2 paladins there, lol. That's see where there's the gold on the map. So you still have these resources here. Bit here that Keller's taking. Keller will lose these ones, but he might eventually get these ones from Tempooo. That cast is still being repaired. Trap not completely shooting. Maybe some trap emotes in the chat to make Keller use that trap. Okay. Did it anyways. No emotes needed. Yeah, well, that army won't stand. Third game in a row. That's super close. What a hard fought series. I mean, you can tell that both of these do not want to go out of World Cup. Keller has been working, training hard since last summer. For DM, probably, with this World Cup being one of the biggest goals. Tempooo wasn't allowed in the last two World Cups. Is generally recognized as one of the best deathmatch players in the world. Really wants to show his skill in this World Cup. And one of the two will not be able to. Loser is eliminated in that. That's why it's an elimination match. Both did not win. Counter to expectation. Their round 1 matches. And it is ESL groups. That means the winner of round 1 matches faces the winner and the loser faces the loser. In a winner's match or elimination match. And then the one winning this series will face the one not winning between Leaf and Yeti. Who both made the upset happen against these two. With Keller Leaf being like more expect to be 50-50, and I think general expectation was for Tempooo to beat Yeti pretty clearly. And he lost 3-1. Why was Tempooo not allowed to participate in the past? I think he like had big trouble with scheduling in round World Cup 1 and was therefore not allowed to participate in World Cup 2 and World Cup 3 because admins thought he's not reliable to schedule. That's what I heard. I'm not entirely sure, but that's like the story I heard. Are skirms a bad idea because easy hostile translation? Yep. Yeah, this is a very long game, so feel free to ask questions in the chat and I'll try to answer them. That's something good for Keller now. Maybe you should actually look back at the match. Keller's taking map control everywhere. Has something in the middle again. Kip checks are coming. Has the numbers. Kip was very good at like keeping his armies numbers up. Always mastering these new armies. Really like that about Tempoo's play. Big engagement now. Nice big army for Tempooo. It's always this moment, like also in the first game, right? When we think, yeah, okay, Keller's taking this now. He's taking back map control. He's pushing all fronts. And then Tempoo's doing the right thing. Making one big army, giving himself a chance in the game. Very annoying to play against people who play this correctly like he does. And there we have it! If you have any emotes related to Siege, let's cherish the first Siege Hunter in this Kimono. Let's see what it can get. Nothing. The stars are on it. Screenshot. Ooh, oh yeah, very fitting emote, but Keller deals with it. Really fine. Nobody's getting some hits off there though. Don't think Tempooo can stay under their castle really long. Now, there come the trebuchets. So Tempooo looking for the big pushback here. Keller once again has to defend that hill. I mean, I really like the push from here actually. Like the idea to push from there. Seems kind of so much more reasonable than the hill, but if it goes super late game, that hill will be a crucial position, so I can understand it as well. Era snipe, indeed. Siege Hunter now as well. Tempooo maybe shouldn't have built that Siege Hunter. Because it reminded Kelar that siege archers are a thing, and it does get a good shot. Yeah, it's just like one guy had to make an SO, and then they noticed, oh, yeah, they have SO! Let's make SO! And big mistake by Tempooo doing that. Big mistake by Tempooo doing that, because these siege archers didn't get a single good shot off, and Kelar stayed. Oh, maybe that's about to change. Can that siege archer relate? No. Okay, he's shooting at the siege archer first. Finally, we're getting the big shots. Good defense. I mean, now they have SO, right? And Kelar has the hill. So, makes the hill so much more important. In my opinion. Yeah, and now they agreed to not have SO again. Oh god, no! Spam some relic emotes to remind Kelar. No gold for Kelar, yeah, maybe. Because you didn't actually garrison your relic. It's not the biggest difference, but it is a difference. But I can always retreat here on the hill. Gold there's gone. This does not really matter. One guy in protecting that. He's kept one fire galley alive, but he did the rest. Makes sense. Can you hear my mouse? Trying to click it. Oh, actually, there's the gold. Okay, second control of it. Trader monk. Just wants to keep it for himself. No, it worked! It worked. I clicked. It was a bit late to register my click, but it worked. Or your emotes worked. Both in combination, I think. I was thinking of the doorbell. I'm not sure if my flatmate's gonna get it. Maybe I need to pause real quick. See if it rings again. Oh, no! No! That was all the kip checks! Big bada boom, even from the hill! Great move from Tempooo to go on that hill. Not that great move from Kelar to walk into it. That is the problem about kip checks. Tempooo eco pretty non-existent. True. 71 to 100. Kelar adding more villagers than 120. And he's gone. Not all of them are gone, right? We still have 37. Still have bigger military for Kelar actually. I think it might have been something I ordered. But he didn't ring again. Probably he just laid the package down. We'll hope for that. Oh, dog was killed here. Fish traps. Not useful anymore. Kelar is pop capped. Tempooo at 150. So even though he lost those kip checks, the favorite position for the man in the red, who's getting some gold as well. That will be stopped now. One SO here maybe? But he can't get anything out, right? He's fully popped. Nothing in the queue for Tempooo. I think Kelar did edge it in the end, but look at this. Tempooo for sure isn't gonna give up. Kelar taking back that gold now. That gold should give him the boost to fight this back. Can bring some army home probably. Yeah, kip checks are coming back. Are they coming back into these two guys again? That's the same two onagers, by the way. Same two onagers that did kill the other Kipchaks. So these guys probably out for revenge for their brothers. Yeah, but won't make it happen. Rams did kill a castle. That Enzo castle there was killed. Sidon is still surviving. Can't really move the Kipchaks too far in. Now he's looking. Hussars are on it. Oh, not the greatest shot. Sidon just being dealt with. That push being dealt with. And I think that should be it. Keller takes it. Does he though? Driven off gold on the other hand side. But population 200 to 140. Still a Hussar being a nuisance there. Villager count down to 84 for the player in the blue. Where are the relics actually? They're here. Kipchaks stayed alive this time around. But there's a TC with villagers garrisoned in them. How's the wood situation? It's running a bit out. There's this one to fall back on. And like Tempooo here is taking forward wood. Lovely move a bit. Has some protection from those ships as well. Can this end the game? Probably not. But Keller's back on that gold. At least with 3 villagers. Raiding that here, but those guys will die to the TC. Some more kills there for Tempooo, who still has only villagers queued. Still has 76 military though. Waiting here with so many idle. 32 idle villagers, so effectively it's only 40 villagers working. 40-50 villagers working. Still like Tempoo's half of the map. Ella probably just happy to take the gold. Does not have gold in the queue, but 11 Kipchaks queued. Think if he goes Paladin. No. He doesn't though. There's Tempoo's army. And Tempoo's back at pop. Tempoo's back at 113 villages. Still like without a queue. It's amazing. Do you think Tempoo's you can make 200 pop in this game? He has 200 pop. I think he knows about it, yep. Looks a bit more stupid that comment due to the delay, I know. Probably wasn't there 200 pop when you typed it. These guys are getting caught. These guys still here. No, there's no Kipchaks in there though. Where are the Kipchaks? Oh, they're here to contest the gold again. But the gold is almost gone. 120. If he kills like the villagers with gold in their hands though, it's gold that kind of nobody will get. Yeah, the stutters? Don't crash on me now. I don't want to speed up an hour. I'm not gonna move it for a minute. Okay, I think it's safe. Tempoo's not giving up. Has still the Kipchaks here, still raiding there. Still a pop cap though for Keller, but it's 120 villagers again for Tempooo. Don't really know how he makes that happen. Some amazing comeback skills on that player. Xavier Tanker. Did I say Xavier Tanker or were you referring to the game almost crashing? Probably I said Tanker instead of Tempooo. Both are from Peru actually, so not too far mix them in? What? Really? Like the quality bad? Let me see. Oh, looks fine to me. Actually, no, not the statistics. Kills those kip checks should be good for Kelar. Very exposed eco there. But Tempooo losing his last gold units probably. Tempooo still has 4 relics, right? We shouldn't forget that. He has a 4-to-1 relic advantage. Which means like if you can drag it long and out, you should be in a better spot. But on the other hand side, Kelar did get the gold there. Still has some kip checks in the queue. Problem with kip checks late game is you can swing the game still if you have much less. Because like 2-3 siege launcher shots and they're gone. No pixel for me? Alright. Seems like it's a problem on the urban side. Nice habit right to the left. Didn't notice it for once. Tempooo in this game very fast at reacting to raids sometimes. And sometimes not. All these villages are going down here. So now Tempoo's will pop is breaking again. But he's also pushing through the middle and all of a sudden another 3-trap combination there. Now the kip checks are coming home. Might be too late for their castle though. The 1 relic's also here. Units being dealt with though. Villager count. Kelar still has more after that raid. Will lose their castle though. 380 stone for him. More than for his opponent. Can add some towers maybe even to get that in. We have wood game starting to look like it. Kelar did survive the relic part. Traps also trying to survive. 25 military only for Tempooo though. Tempooo down to 100 pop. I think we don't have a wood game because there's no wood and no gold. Only food for the player in the blue. And I've called him dead so many times, but 100 pop, 120 pop, 120 pop. Tempoo's not gonna die. Seems more just water. Exclamation mark, bloopers, exclamation, right? Well played by Kelar, well played by both. On like all of these games here. But yeah, Kelar also fighting against relics. Oh, giggle. Is that me? What's you? Are you Harry Boy? I don't know, maybe you're Sam. Last kip checks are dead. Trying to run still. Yeah, they also get the speed boost. I know, camera didn't even mean that, but I answered it. That population 130. We're not getting really to that 100 mark. That usually means GG. Tempooo is not making any more units. Yeah, every time I look, his queue is empty, but then suddenly he's again at 200 pop. Every time I like switch perspective to Kelar, and now he will be at 200 pop when I don't look at his queue. So we're rooting for Kelar, so I'm going to look at his queue. So Tempooo doesn't get to 200 pop. Do you follow my logic there? Farmland has been lost. Dogs are also going down. Not that it matters. Still, the 75 Dorado are still there. This food eco has never been attacked. The gold is also still there. 67, 76 gold there. I mean, that's a third of a trap. Could be useful, no? Kelar's playing is very defensive now. Don't really agree with that. He's still fighting with 4 relics. And He doesn't have siege. Doing more hussars, trying to finish it with raids, but Tempoo's very quick getting his villagers back up. Like, the only thing he's queuing is villagers. And other than that, he's just waiting for the relics to do something. But the wood will run out. I think maybe have a wood game now. That's the wood. Okay, there's some sprinkled wood around there. Yeah, that's all the wood that Tempooo can get. Okay, let's now taking the forward wood here. Okay, also running out of wood though. Wood still in the middle around that hill. Little bit of wood here. Oh, we absolutely have a wood game since quite a while actually already. It's only the middle and this here. And that's the last wood for Tempooo, which is why Keller's ready now. Tempooo is not making... Yeah, let's see. There are the units. There are the units. They suddenly appear. And now they're here. Now there's another army with 3 traps. Just appears. He's not constantly queuing units. He's like getting some resources and thinking about what he wants to make. I think that's smart, actually. Keller's so raiding everywhere, but now next big push. Looking to get these 2 wood lines there. This one almost being cut though. Tempooo completely out of wood. Let's look at Keller's wood count. 2.7k, 4k food. GG. He has been a 120 pop for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, because I watched his point of view. If I tab over to Keller's, he will be a 200 pop. And I kind of want Keller to win, so I'm staying at Tempoo's. It's working. Under 100 pop now. Raids everywhere. GG. To be expected. Not to be expected from Tempooo just yet though. Tempooo will play on. For 10 minutes. My prediction, we reached 1 hour 38. Now he will do it any minute now? Yeah, 10 minutes go kind of quick. 10 minutes game time, right? So 5 minutes real time. Let's see. If he GG's by much before 138 at the top, you win rage, and it doesn't, I win. 30 seconds, okay. You're saying 130. Oh no, that's Clear Capsule saying that. Yeah, now also Trebuchet. I mean, it is over. I mean, we all are on one side there. Come on, Tempooo, quit. Yeah, come on, Tempooo, give us another 4 minutes. I planned like 1 to 2 hours for casting this series. I'm actually missing something. But I don't want to leave. No, damn it! Okay. You all win, guys. Chat 1, order 0. Rage and Clear Capsules. Finally saw sets. Oh, what a game though! 2-1 for Keller. Again, Tempooo with the much better KDA and also better eco. Better eco for Keller. Tempooo has high score again. Yeah, because he always has the better KD, right? Village Eye for Keller, also the overboom here 160, and here you can see a timeline for a really, really long and nice game. Some crazy will picks at the start into a long, long human war. Was that 8k gold from relics? Probably, I didn't look. Probably should have looked at that. And we're still set on Cuman's forelegs. So I think I have a minute. Be right back. Game 4. Match point for Keller. Home map and Civ for Mr. Tempooo. And I'm gonna give you some music. Ayo. Here's all the bets. The winner was red. And we have Atacama Byzantines. Wow. Exciting. Sorry, I'm just getting some food in. But I'm here. In the lobby. Also, thanks for the follows, Malakov and Dolphin200217. Okay, looks like they have started. There we go. Game 4, match point to Keller, home map of Tempooo, Byzantines on Atacama. That's quite interesting to see this. Bets are open and 35 minutes till it starts. What do you think? Who's gonna take this? Is Keller going through? Or will Tempooo give us a game 5? Such a close series so far. Every game was like really long, really close. Well fought to both of them, independent of the result. And we're into game 4. Atacama, a lot of wood in the middle. Sides very, very open. So very, very open map, but usually generations quite far. Bit of weird hills around the TC. Dolphin thinks we're gonna see a game 5. Roshcom thinks kelar. Gonna ashes. Build otherwise. 3 stables. 3 racks. 4 ranges. And quick siege workshops for kelar. On the other side, 2 stables only. 6 racks. 6 archery ranges. One much heavier build order than the other one. There's no hills to get here. I mean, the only hills are kind of these 4 around every TC. So yeah, absolutely flat map for the important part, because those hills don't really matter. Kelar opting for the camels, while Tempoo's opting for the paladins. Camels a bit better against paladins, also cheaper with Byzantines. Paladin the better unit against Habitus and archer units. No villager snipes so far. Kelar's pop capped at 30, which is a bit worrying. Also has an idle villager there. Needs to fix that. Tempoo's pop cap way higher originally. Castle here on the way, protecting that gold there. Another castle on the other gold. No castles up yet with a bigger build order for Tempooo. So it looks like might have like more siege, more unique unit approach from kelar. Military count better for kelar by a tiny bit. Just like 1 more for Tempooo. Who is going for quite some trash Halberdier Arbalest Paladin here. And a little raid by Mr. Kelar. Little early raid will find a villager here. Does he find it? Yep. But might find 2 more there. Halberdier is getting some good hits off. That villager Forcer was weak. So yeah, gets 3 villagers for 4 paladins. I think worth it at this stage of the game, but losing quite a few units at the front, throwing them into Tempoo's army there, getting some wood control for kelar in the middle with a castle there and his signature outposts. While Tempoo's kind of getting the northern ridge here. These 3 castles, don't really know if he needs like 5 castles in a line here. Won't protect any eco. And that eco is actually being denied here. Now, Tempoo's moving forward from the south. Managers, and they also get Sea Dram. But we don't see Sea Drams yet. Tempooo. I think it's for wood control. Yeah, well, you built the outpost, kelar, but you also have to actually look that this castle will not happen. Does realize it now and deletes it, but quite some stone lost. Only 180 in the bank. Tempooo first. Securing a position here, not really moving too far out. Kelar's getting most of the map right now. There's some gold up top that hasn't been claimed. Who's going for the relics? Tempooo is going for the relics. Has one safe one here. One is there with quite some units died. Safe one there for kelar as well. And then there's one in the middle. And another one kind of at the south. So nobody's picked up one yet. Tempooo is at pop. Keller is not. Army advantage 160 to 110. But the Onager's getting some good hits off also. As the Cataphracts out. That do counter Halberdiers. Counter-intuitively. Because they have special armor against bonus attacks. And they have Logistica. Which means they deal damage to logistic units. Very strong against infantry. Are these Tempoo's home offensive? They are. You are asking that because it's looking good for Keller, in your opinion? I like Keller's army comp, yeah. To say that I actually favor Keller's army comp, which might make you think that this could be Keller's home map. Siege ramps now out, but there's a lot of onagers, so those won't do too much. And Keller also somewhat controlling this here. This relic here was picked off. By whom though? Does Keller even have a monastery? Keller doesn't have a monastery, so it was surely not Keller. And there is it. 2 to 0, because he got the one at home. Relative advantage for Tempooo. So Tempooo getting the relics again. I'm trying to figure out what is Tempoo's game plan. Oh, look at this army. Abelisks are good against Cataphracts. And these guys are very vulnerable now. There's the traps. He wants to take the northern half of the map and then push here, I believe. More gold to the south, so that angle might seem more interesting, but probably that's what he's aiming for. He isn't really thinking about that. And their castle before, Byzantine castles have a lot of HP, so it even with 4 traps takes a while. But that's a huge, huge army here, and I think that's his game plan. You may take map control, Mr. Keller, but I'm just gonna give you an army that you will have a really hard time to beat. Move it into a position where you don't expect it, and go from there. Now he can... Oh, he can't get that relic. Castle is protecting it. 3 trams now moving forward as well. The other 3 traps are a bit lacking behind. Expected with a fitting emote. The Cataphract numbers, there's the 92 to 34. Keller doing a good job fighting under the castle, but this fight is still really bad. Losing all his Cataphracts there. Heading a market now, so fire sales will be made. Watch his resources there. As the castle does fall to the siege ramps and that, and now Keller under heavy pressure, but we saw that in the last game too, and he managed to come back from it in the Cuman War and eventually win the game. But it does look really good for Tempooo. Population now in his favor. Double the military, has less villagers, kinda similar to last game. But that's also because he had 170 army. Like, villagers could not get out of the TCs there. Tempooo now queued a lot of villagers, so he will be at the right villager number pretty soon, or maybe even overboom. Another castle falls, eco. Like he's adding eco here now, which is a smart move. Yeah, more energy, indeed. That's what Keller needs now. Keller does need some energy to push this back, crawl his way back into the game. Also, traps in the middle now. Tempooo kill their castle and snatch that relic there. Some battles going on to the south as well. Not the biggest ones though, biggest threat. Still this position here, because, well, that castle might fall. There's still castles here. So, yeah, most trouble is this main gold. Exposed here as well. Now, 2 Sars will not do anything. Also, this amount of ops. Not really enough to combat that. Something in the front, maybe, but whoops, there's 14 more. Push somehow has been stalled though, so that's looking good for... That's what Keller needed. Castle in the middle being repaired. Still has 700, so can repair a bit longer. Now moving his forces to the middle. His forces aren't really big though. 30 military overall. Also losing some position, losing a castle at the south side. Byzantine castles are so tanky indeed. And therefore the trebuchets. So castle will actually survive. Good job there. Like taking a fight here and then taking out the traps. But Ram's still working on the TC on the main goal. Here defends that one here. So with crazy high level of deathmatch. Like all two of them being active at 3 fronts. That castle instead was denied. That castle not fully repaired. Just thinks that is enough. Wants to keep a bit of stone. And the relic steal! The relic steal, the safe emote in the back. The safe emote. I was thinking about the relic emote. The safe relic in the back. Tempooo stealing it away. Still can't get that one. That one's still there. But well, maybe all that push for one relic. Now push being dead. Oh, some raids going on this gold. Kelar still has 1k gold. Out of food though. And on the other hand side, also out of food. Also 1k gold. Bit more wood in the bank. The only difference here, and I think that castle will eventually go up. Losing quite some villages on it though. Now it should go up though. Skirms beaming still not a bad choice in Byzantines. Overall, they're cheaper. There's Arbalists on the field, but cataphracts are the trash killers. And this one. Attacking a farm. We'll kill these units instead. Oh, and their castle actually falls, because there is trap, indeed. 5 new traps by Tempooo. I really like this about, like, sometimes they do nothing, but he always, like, he never goes in with one trap, right? Always with, like, 4 or 5. Lose them somewhere, use 4 or 5 traps, deal with that, your castle will die. Like those moves. Kelar now raiding there. It's gonna be dealt with, but farms were emptied. Villagers were going back to it though, so didn't lose too many villages there. Another upgrade here. Army a bit out of position there. Can't really engage that because there's and another castle being placed. It's a bit overkill maybe. Probably better here. The traps are going in, and there's even a bombard cannon to protect them from enemy bombard cannons. Probably not even something that Kelar would have thought about. But should be a useful choice. Can Kelar deal with that? He doesn't have like cavalry units right now. So it's kind of hard. Oops, have it here. And the archers are taking out the bombard cannons though. But the traps should be able to go back to safety. Let's look at the pop. 130 to 150. Kelar actually with more pop, but like with an inferior army, I would say. That's cataphracts versus like arbalists skirm combination. And what's this? There was nothing. Go back in. Kelar energy in the chat. Needed in this game. It looks like we have another long deathmatch game. This series taking much more of my time today than I imagined. But it's so good games, right? Tempooo with the cleanup here though. Now big population lead, 170 to 130. Really hard to push these Byzantine castles. Where are the traps? Did Tempooo lose his traps? No, they're at the north. Killing a castle. Without any army around them. This is so Tempooo. Like, it's so funny how everything that Keller said yesterday about Tempoo's playstyle is like exactly what he does in this series. And like, he's also not only like the traps are moving around, killing castles, and then they're going back. Like, okay, he lost some quite a few times, but not in this instance. And Keller does tap out, going to 120, 175, better position for Tempooo, and relic count 3-0 as well. I think Tempooo would have played on in this position, but probably Keller's just like, okay, let's just play my home map and finish this series. I don't want to bother with another 2 hours Cuman War, 2 hours Byzantines War. But that means 2-2-2. That means game 5 is coming. And it looks like they are moving straight into it. I just got the game code. Get some hype emotes in the chat. We have a close 2-2 series. My predictions already proven wrong. Greeks is still going strong. And these are the statistics. Relic gold, not that much this time. Only a 30-minute game. Crazy to say, but I think that was the quickest game of the series so far. Come on, Keller. Das Bonbon aus Wurst ist hier. Find custom game. Hype song. And the winner was... Why is the betting not closed? Well, the winner was blue, actually. See if they're already in. Not look like. So get the music back. Keller needs wings for the Wingtosaurus. Not really sure what he's gonna pick. Take a peek. Oh, Burgundians! Will we see evolution? Sad times, but thanks for the follow, Mr. Tissue Paper Catmat. Nice name there. Game 5. Again. Keller had a Game 5 series in the round 1 as well. Yeah, and something happened that Keller and me actually kind of predicted. Tempooo doesn't have the expansion. That means he has to download the expansion now before we can see game 5. Which is kind of bad for the stream, but good for the strategy thought that he had for Burgundians. No admins online. Oh well, that's great. Game 5 indeed, but yeah, we have an admin situation. And it looks like we don't have an admin around. So if you just came, Tempooo does not own the expansion, and Keller picked Burgundians. Chris, you know the drill. That happened in Masters of Arabia too. That was probably the biggest Masters of Arabia scandal because it was argued about. But I think this time the rules are very clear that you have to have it. Guess if Tempooo doesn't install the game, he gives an admin win to Keller, right? Yep, would assume so. Let me actually take a look at the rules just to be super sure here. I'm obviously not an admin, can't do a decision. Not the event calendar. Deathmatch World Cup 4. Pretty sure Tempooo has a Burgundian master he's prepared. Pretty sure he hasn't. Surely he hasn't trained it, right? No. Why did I click on scheduling? I want to go to the rules. He is getting it right now, I think. Looking at his team. Ah, his stream. Okay, good. That's good. Can I have Tempoo's farewell turn back so you can buy expansion, please? I think he should have the $10, right? After all, like, there's $10,000 to win overall in this tournament. Gaming rules, right? That's right. Civilization restrictions. You can actually look at the rules together with me. No, nothing really explicitly said about that. What is his stream called? Mr. Tempooo. No explicit rule about it. Or did I miss it? It's funny because like one of the admins of this tournament said in Master of Arabia there should have been an explicit rule about it. If there would be none this time, it would be kind of funny. But probably I just didn't find it. So he should get the expansion quick, this thing. I don't find it. Terrible rule because it says the trash. I think like the wars are kind of fun. I already have this open, so I can't send the IDs. This. Did anybody check, like, oops, this scene here? Tempo screen, what's going on over there? 40 plus viewers? Indeed, welcome everybody. Viewership has been great for streaming World Cup. Think, like on your series camera we had 70 even. That was the highest natural viewership that I ever had. Like, which just wasn't one big rate. And I think it was the second highest I ever had as well. Casper rated me week before World Cup, and that was the highest I ever had. He just bought it. Needs to download now, I think. Amazing. That means... And also Polar is online, so we also have an admin. That's great. I'm gonna get some more water and be back in a second. DLC is required for this tournament, says Polar. Alright. It looks like he's getting the DLC as far as I'm informed by freaking Chris here in the chat. I'm sure you guys will figure it out, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hopefully, with a game 5 Poggers. That was perfect timing on the sub. Thank you so much, X Factor, for the gift sub to Mr. Polo, who is organizing this tournament and an admin. I should probably add a small print saying that DLC is required in the woods. I agree with that. Let me turn the music down a bit because I'm back. However, if you look at the Civ matchups in the main event, you will see Buchanan's insane set matchups. So that makes it pretty clear. It's just funny that Kellen was all about, like, in Cummings' tournament, he was saying, like, there should be an explicit rule about it, and it should be like that, and like that, and like that. And then he's hosting a tournament, and there's no explicit rule about it. Do we have like a new standing? Have they started or something? Yeah, I mean, it sucks a bit for Keller, right? He like GG'd that game because he wanted to go directly to the game 5. And then he has to wait. See them still in the lobby, and I see both have picked Burgundians, if I'm correct. Yeah, Tempoo's picked Burgundians. He has gotten the DLC. We're gonna get a game. And it is game 5. All still to play for. But we know by now that Tempooo has never played Burgundians. And he's probably checking the tech tree right now. Should be good advantage for Keller. Curious what build order Tempooo will do? Same for me. First time playing the Civs. Gotta love Tempooo, man. Hey, the code is here! Top 2 Deathmatch player of last World Cup. One of the best in the world, one of the favorites to win this tournament. Buying DLC to play the tiebreaker. Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, like, it was not totally unexpected. It might have been one of the reasons that Keller picked us. Just surprised to show up. The trash talk in the chat. And thank you, the code, for the follow. When are you starting streaming again, Code? I loved your streams on last World Cup. Can you play Guns without DLC and ruining the opponent? No, you can't. And actually, I think... Well, you can see who doesn't have the expansion by checking their games. Because if there's a non-mirror matchup with somebody that always goes mirror, and it's Burgundians versus something else, I kind of think that they might not have it. Like, for example, against Sebron, I also had non-mirror matchups, and he explained to me, yeah, he doesn't have the DLC. So that's why I played like him in Sicilians versus Celts or something. No, where's Chinese? But we have a game 5. It is own. Burgundians, oh my god, this will be so interesting. Bets are open. Keller trained the Civ. Tempooo didn't have the expansion yet. Probably the last game of the tournament. If Keller wins, this will be the last game in World Cup for Tempooo. So the last game for him in 3 World Cups. Does that make sense? I don't know. And he has to play a Civ that he definitely does never have played before. Poor Tempooo. See how it goes. Welcome to game 5. Tempooo in the blue, Keller in the red. Keller going for 3 stables to start with. More interesting. What does the player do that doesn't know shit? 2 stables, 4 racks? Okay, that seems pretty normal. For what has been figured out so far. And a quick castle. He might not have played the Civ, but it kind of looks like he watched Masters of Arabia. But directly on the castles. Okay, so going to the unique unit even quicker with that hill in front of him. Like if Keller gets hold of that hill because he's going so quick castles, it could be a quick win for Keller here. Wait, why am I on that tab? Probably because I looked at relics at some point. Does get a will pick with the scouts. Scouts still alive, being annoying. Some game 5 jitters maybe here in Fort Keller. Doesn't go in there to catch the other villager patterns coming forward. Tempo big housing crisis, so jitters there as well. Don't only start these 2 houses. Oh god, that might be really bad, because if Keller gets this hill here, like just in front of the main gold, clear path, very close to it. This hill also controlling that gold, so don't really know if 2 stables are enough. Felt like in my Burgundian war in the round 1, I didn't make enough stables, didn't read the map correctly, also had this hill ridge. Gave it up, gave Hazy control there. I think that's how I lost the game 3. Because other than that, my start was at least better than the 2 games before. I think it's pretty straightforward to guess what to do with Burgundians from track tree. Probably, yeah. That was like one objective I had to the theory. Picking Burgundians. Welcome Peon, by the way. Oh, overlay. Thanks, Mamade. Sorry, everybody. This is so intense that it's exactly happening what I had said Keller should do. Taking this hit. We'll try to get a castle up there. Has bounced on that hill earlier. Army is bigger for Keller, but also something running after stuff here. Villagers are going down. Has something in the back though, killing also some villagers on that stone. And if he can get that castle up, that will be crucial to decide the game. Tempo doing good at getting the left part of the hill. This might be castle. Only 1 villager on that castle. Would kind of like to see more than that. Counter-attack by Tempo here, running into castles. Only 1 villager on that castle is making me a bit nervous. Looking for expansion there. Expansion denied here. That castle might actually die. But well, where are these units going? I think he needs the units here. He needs the units here for that castle. And now the castle isn't even up and Tempo's got to bounce it. No real clue where these units are going. Looking for that angle there. Probably doesn't want to waste everything here on this position. But this position could have won in the game. And he's not going to get it like this. Not with half his army. Kind of going to nothingness. Whew, don't understand that. Don't understand what that army was doing there. Now the castle does finally go up and go down instantly. And Tempo is in this game. Has the hill. Has a castle here. Even adding a second one there. Now has a great defensive position. From that hill, 1 gold, at least somewhat in an angle. And that castle is even gonna die! That castle is dead. Not been deleted, 317 front. Big push from them. Like both are going for quite similar army compositions. Actually, there's crossbows in there. What? I don't even get numbering. I believe. Keller planning the late game. Maybe. He has a good rate there. Already relics in for Tempo though. Some patterns in the back could be crazy there, but I mean the hill isn't really taken. Also, adding the hand cannoneers, controversial questions. Hand cannoneers, I understand, yeah. Are hand cannoneers worth it or not? Hand cannoneers with Burgundians plus 25% attack. So they are quite strong, but also very squishy. Especially against these guys. They one-shot them with their charge attack. Now again, an army in the nowhere. And Tempooo got the hill again. Probably waiting to come to him. Where's Kelar's monastery? Nowhere to be found. These three want to get those relics. Another relic over here. And another relic here. So 3-2 relic lead. Very much inside the reach for Tempooo. No protection for this Farmiko or the gold here either. And the hand cannoneers are there. Now it's time to send in the Courier. And off we go. What is this army doing? I'm still wondering. There's so many helps in this war, so I can see use for them. Yeah. But the Courier, look at them, how they eat it all up. That's kind of why we also see a lot of Couriers from people not making hand cannons. And there goes all of Tempoo's army, because they can be so strong. They're like instantly killing armies with their charge attack. And there, and this push is gone. There is his own Courier and Paladins coming from all angles. There also this here, no, which will be activated now. Some running around here. Nobody really taking this hill. They need to be defended by the help. So yeah, we're out of position there. I think if you have your own Couriers, they can probably act behind them as well. Not too sure about that though. Hazy, when I played him, didn't add a single head cannon. Also, Master of Arabia finals. They played Burgundians without them too. Quite heavy on gold as well. Population absolutely even, 150 to 150. 2 exposed bombard cannons there. And a lot of exposed traps. 6. Bombard cannons go down, traps survive. Tempoo's traps, they survive everything. And the fifth aim, that should go late game. Saying that, another big push by Tempooo. He has the 6 traps still. Cavalier here, some raids going on. Those Cavaliers still don't really know what to do. And the hand cannoneers, blips, blips. Oh, they don't have charge attack anymore. Well, actually they survive, because they couldn't all use their charge. Position has been defended, but under 100 pop for Kelar. Oh god. This is such a horrible, horrible match, right? It's like for Tempooo going out in the only World Cup, possibly. I mean, he really specifically asked if he was allowed to come back to this World Cup. Going out would be very hurtful. For Kelar, like 2 super close series, 2 3-2s. Where he was ahead in both. Not winning them. Would feel really, really bad. My heart is already broken. And we're still in the middle of the game. 120 pop to 160 pop population and position now. I would say with the hills are better for Tempooo, even though there's more red on the map overall still. No relics collected for Kelar either. Relics in Burgundians also. Give some food. I have really no clue how much it is, but they do. Crossbows are bugged in Imperial for Burgundians. They charge attack, you should do them more often. What? I don't believe that. Here's the Tempooo traps. Hello, here are my 6 traps. Good spot too. There's a hill. It's really smart, right? Also like in the 4-legs game from the left hill. I just find a hill that I can trap a castle from. Move them there, and boom, boom, I kill the castle. Hand cannons protecting them. Don't know if that's enough, because the is against the halves and the hand cannons. They're going for the hand cannons first, which is nice. Castle does fall. Now Habit is going in there, but he still has the hand cannoneers. I think Kelar can clear it up. Better than Arthur if that's the case. Yeah, but I don't think it's the case. There was like some bug with the hand cannons at some time. That can't be a thing, right? Can't be a thing that they haven't fixed yet. Traps are going down. I think August is trolling us. Oh, one trap survived, and Kelar did manage to push this back, and that's a lot of gold gone. Like the hand cannoneers and the traps for Kelar. These things are also only, like compared to a paladin, they're only 55 food and 55 gold, so they are cheap in comparison to like the paladin, cavalier, elephants, the other cavalry lines that you normally see that cost gold. So yeah, okay, trades, but I wonder why is Kelar not getting relics? He doesn't even have a monastery still. Inbox the code for the hack codes. This micro relay population is close. Kelar actually with a bit more pop now, and look at that number of bombard cannons. Bombard cannons also have plus 25 attack, but it's super dangerous. Okay, let's see. Nah, this looks like they do 9 damage. This doesn't look like 50 damage. This would be, they would 2-shot, or they would like 1-shot almost half of, more than half of the bombard cannons. So I think we officially determined by Tempooo also misclicking crossbows that the troll AoE was in the chat. Hello, hand cannons, hello. Okay, all good. Noticed. Oh, you know that Tempoo's thinking about it. You know that Tempoo's thinking about it. Like the last game. Ooh, bit out of position there. I think that's a good fight for Kelar, but the traps go down and the castle just survives for once. When will we see the unique tags? Does Tempooo know they exist? He probably doesn't. But yeah, very late game you might see the like food into gold conversion tag, right? Revolution is more something for like I'm dead, let's end it with style. It usually doesn't work, I think. Just more like a funky way to say GG. But the other tech might come in handy if you bank up a lot of food and then get gold again in the late game. Don't really know, vineyards, Burgundian vineyards or something, is it called? Yeah, see them chipping away the hand cans here. Another fight up top. And yeah, where is the trebuchet for Tempooo, I was gonna ask. It's obviously not one trebuchet with Thumpy, it's always 4. Yeah, it is 4, good. I was worried for a second it would be only 3 this time. I think that's hill advantage there for Kelar, but not numbers. So yeah, looks like Kelar might lose this position. That's a good position to like get more map control, some wood control here secured, because we know it could potentially go to that. And yeah, the relic still not being picked off. Relic count is 3 for Tempooo, 0 for Kelar. Traps very decisive here, but the army's dead. And the traps are dead too, I think. So overall, good defense from Kelar. I mean, he lost the castle. Army count is the same. Is another attack here with a bombard cannon. Emptying those goals though, so quite effective. And the traps, gosh, these guys are not good against traps. They snipe bombard cannons really easily, but they have problems with sniping traps. Castle is being rebuilt. They have that position, but the front is still pretty open. Yeah. And the one castle, I mean, it's chipping away on a lot of units. Let's take a look at the KD. KD again, better for Tempooo. Not as crazily better as it was at the end of the last games. So, Otto, you think is gonna win? Super hard to call. It's super even, right? I think in a way that Tempooo is less nervous, maybe? That would be good for him. And also I really like the traps. But then most of the other long games Keller won. So I'm still gonna go with Keller. And he probably knows about vineyards more. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Kelso MH97. Also, kind reminder, if you want to see more deathmatch action in the future and you haven't followed yet, you could consider that, and you will also get some muscles for it. That you can bet on a game 6 that doesn't exist. But probably on the next series that I'm going to cast at 21 GMT tonight. Oh wow! Siege Workshop block! The Hellcat is survived with the Heaviest, this time in the right position! Pressuring that cast there, it is against the hill though. They're trying to go around. Are they going for the hand cannons or are they going for the traps? I don't think going for the traps is right. Kind of going for nothing. Like getting bomber cannon at least. I think they're rather going for broke. 3-0 to Tempooo. Oh, never mind. That relic went somewhere. 3-1 now. Keller did get one relic finally. But he might lose the position that saves this relic. Okay, enough. Because they are there again. I think Keller can fight this back again. Welcome, Mr. True. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe the hand cannons are good enough in the nice position with the Siege Workshop wall. That was such a great move by Tempooo there. Like, Tempooo, he is crazy, right? He has these crazy moves that kind of sometimes lose him games, like in round 1. But he also has these weird moves here that might end up winning him the game. And the monk decided, oh, the relic, I need to heal my men. Because they're doing all the hard work here. I can do some heavy lifting later on. Trap narrowly survives. Castle is still up though. Damn, that battle seemed so one-sided. There's still reinforcements coming in. Pop is close. Resources both are out of everything. More food in the back. 73 farms. Keller surely is thinking about vineyards. Vineyards, for those who don't know, converts your food into gold. Not 1-to-1 though, I think it's rather 2.5-to-1 or something, so it's more for the late game when the market is sold out as well. Exactly, check that it's not completely down for wood, it's down for food. Seemingly they do get gills, and the castle is about to fall to 1 trebuchet, but that's more than 6 villagers, so it should be saved. Oh no, stone count, only 80, can't repair this for too long. And wow, a lot of stone there. Can afford another castle. I mean, it's not gigantic, but Tempooo can afford another castle. Fighting left side has stopped now. Kind of weird, 2 castles there again. But the house blocks! Tempooo, you madman! Making a choke point there, so the Halberdiers can very effectively protect the trap. I mean, that's so... He's not walling it with stone walls, he's just building walling his traps in. It's such an amazing move. Some armies here, yeah, but how do you snipe that? Okay, maybe like this, coming from the back, and the trap falls. It's the last shot, gonna kill it. It isn't one repairer there. That was so close. But castle being added there now. Tempooo really insisting on this push here. That stuff was being cleaned. Tempooo is at pop cap, does not, and he's moving the Halberdiers, and I think the Halberdiers will kill the castle. And that means I'm gonna lose a training partner. Come on, Keller. Somehow Get this back. Starting to lose faith, to be honest. Oh, we saw him do it before. Relics still not picked up. Castle does stand. Habitus might be being wasted here. That's what we can hope for, but Tempoo's position so much better on the map. Has 3-1 relic lead. And being cleaned up here. Keller's down to 91 villages, though we'll lose some more on there. As the farm's in the back still. We're just cute. And now we're going for vineyards. Does that make sense though with 1,200 food in the back? It doesn't. And the castle falls. Now we got 300 gold. 300 gold won't help us stay in this game. Oh, he made it with the damaged castle. Oh, so maybe he didn't even get it. Which is too bad. Don't want to look away now, because this might be the end of the game. Don't want to check the tech tree. I mean, there's still villages in the back. Relics actually here. And somewhat staying in, right? Push has been defended, but this castle, this position is here. Map control is really good. Tempo switching to a chop again. At least there's a castle on that hill again, which just should be garrisoned. 76 villages, which is danger zone, as we said earlier when Tempo was at that number. That Henkin should deal with it. God, oh god, oh god, oh god. He's still in though. Tempo needs to make mistakes now, I think. Better queue for him. Not too many resources though. Take a quick look if he got the vineyard stack or not. Didn't get it. Okay, castle was killed. That's good. That means Keller can still go for it eventually. Was a stupid time to do it anyways. Tempo snagged the relic. We knew when he had this one Corsair there that he was looking at it. Relic's still 3-1. I don't see where are his monasteries. There, yeah. Just saw it. 4-1 relic, no, well played by Tempo. What can Keller do here? Don't think much. Think he has to try to go to 400 farms. Farms do also give a bit of gold in this. But he's at 33 farms. And we have 54 for Tempo. All these games were so close. Keller really played his heart out in this tournament. I hope I'm jinxing him. That castle will not stay. And the GG is called. Tempo does edge it out in the closest imaginable series. 3-2, all games like between 30 minutes and 1 hour 40. Oh, that way of going out of the tournament feels so bad though. For Keller. But well played to Tempo. He fought his heart out. Like, he had arguably more amazing strategies with the traps. With that siege workshop wall and house walling here, that cast there. That was so well executed to protect that. We love that move. Tempo does deserve to win this series, but my heart's with Keller. And I did. I do admit that I do want to see him win. There's still 3 traps there. Should have gone for Sicilians, but it's easy to say now. Tempo figured out Burgundians really well. This was his first Burgundian game ever. So super impressive performance by Tempo. Well played, Tempo. Still in the World Cup. does get another chance against Yeti, or gets to play Leaf in the decider match, and Keller, who so many saw in the main event already, beating Leaf, then probably also Yeti or even Tempooo. Tempooo was the favorite going into this group, so Leaf was like 50-50 series, so it's nothing to be super angry about. And he did play really, really well in this tournament, but feels bad to go out. Again, better KD, but only by a slight margin this time for Tempooo, who did also have less gold again. So yeah, army control. So good by Tempooo. And you can't overstate how his trap moves, his crazy moves, like stuff that other DMers wouldn't do like him, did make it possible to win here and retain the chance of getting into the main event of Deathmatch World Cup 4. Timeline, you can see it here. Killer had early advantage, but later picks back. And then a long game. Keller not going all in on that hill earlier. Why did the army went to the left? Still something I don't understand. If that army isn't running into a nothingness here and then into a nothingness here, instead of taking that hill, I think it's a deadly hill. Hard to take, but the start would have allowed him to. And yeah, I feel really good. Tempooo had to download game. He did. And he did win with Burgundians. Which is really, really, really impressive. So congrats to Tempooo. What a series.